Israeli ground forces, supported by the precise air and artillery strikes, have begun executing Operation Northern Arrows to neutralize the threats from the Hezbollah infrastructure. These operations mark a significant escalation as Israel intensifies its efforts to safeguard its northern border amid the rising regional tensions. A big news break coming in this morning. Israel has launched a ground operation in southern Lebanon, targeting the Hezbollah positions near the border. Israeli ground forces, supported by the precise air and artillery strikes, have begun executing Operation Northern Arrows to neutralize the threats from Hezbollah infrastructure. These operations mark a significant escalation as Israel intensifies its efforts to safeguard its northern border amid the rising regional tensions. Viewers, we have a major break coming in from Lebanon as Israel has launched a ground operation in southern Lebanon targeting the Hezbollah positions near the border. Israeli ground forces are supported by the precise air and artillery strikes and have begun Operation Northern Arrows to neutralize threats from the Hezbollah infrastructure. Viewers, I'm joined by my colleague Samiksha from the newsroom. Samiksha, can you tell us what are the details that we have at the moment?
Right, Priyanka, to begin with, let's quickly put this in context. In the last few weeks, we've seen more than 1,000 people in Lebanon, which includes Hezbollah leaders, of course, and at least 2,000 people having been injured in these airstrikes, the blasts, and now the ground incursion, of course, that's been launched by the Israeli forces. To begin with, there were, of course, pager blasts which rocked Lebanon, followed by walkie-talkie blasts which were being used by the Hezbollah group. And now we are seeing that after back-to-back airstrikes in which Hezbollah bases were essentially targeted by the Israeli forces, now it's a ground incursion which is taking place. In fact, this is particularly in the southern Lebanon region. Earlier, we'd known that these were southern suburbs which were being targeted by the Israeli forces. And now this is an all-out attack, not just restricted to the suburb, but in central Beirut region. In fact, Priyanka, let's also run you through that statement that's now coming from the US, expressing strong support to the Israeli forces, saying that the US fully backs Israeli forces' right to defend itself. That being said, essentially the aim of the Israeli forces is what they've stated is the bringing back of those displaced Israeli people who were displaced as a result of the Hezbollah group launching an all-out attack, particularly in the northern Lebanon region, Priyanka.
Samiksha, please stay with us. I'll just get back to you shortly as we're getting another development that the U.S. State Department has announced efforts to de-escalate the tensions between Israel and Hezbollah amid the ongoing hostilities in the region. This comes as Israel conducts targeted operations against Hezbollah in the southern Lebanon. Listen in.
We support Israel's right to defend itself against terrorism. That includes by bringing brutal terrorists such as Hassan Nasrallah to justice. At the same time, we ultimately want to see a diplomatic resolution to conflict in the Middle East that provides long-term security for the people of Israel, the people of Lebanon, and the Palestinian people, as well as the broader region, and we will continue to work to advance efforts along those fronts.